Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica Maria. If this is your first time here, welcome. Hope you stay a while. Don't forget to like and subscribe before you go. And if you're returning, welcome back. So glad to see you guys here. Glad you're watching. And let's get into it. So today I am going to be doing my makeup and just doing like a chit chat, get ready with me, following up from like what's been going on during this pandemic. And like, what have I been up to? This is gonna be my first time putting on makeup in 6 or 8 months. I know it's at least 6 months, but it's gonna be like 6 or 8 months since I've put on makeup. My first makeup I'm gonna be putting on is with the Pure Cosmetics palette from Raw Beauty Christie. I purchased this when it first came out, and I've just been oogling at it and looking at it and just haven't used it because I haven't put on makeup. Like, I haven't had a want. There's been so much stuff going on. We purchased a house, so we moved. I've been pregnant with twins, still am. I'm 6 months pregnant with twins. It's a boy and a girl. It's really exciting stuff, so I'll tell you all about all of that right now, and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so first things first, I pulled out my little everyday makeup drawer, and this has like just things that I use. Got something in my just things that I use every single time I do my makeup, like my potion from Urban Decay, the eyeshadow primer potion. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that going. I'm gonna be looking down here because that's where my mirror is. Let's see. And excuse the background. This is my new beauty setup, and I just got it set up. I plan on getting a backdrop at some point, but right now this is what we got. So I decided what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do my eyes on camera, and then I'll do my face and stuff off of camera, because I take forever to do my makeup unless I'm doing like something very simple. So eyebrows. It's so funny, you guys, like I haven't done my makeup in forever. I honestly wonder if I still have the same like skill level and if I'm still able to do this. And I wonder if I'm like not the only one. I mean, I'm sure I'm not the only one, but like how many other people haven't done their makeup in like 6 months, 8 months? I've been working from home since I think it was March, April. So it's been a minute. I've been working from home for a minute, and I love it, let me tell you. I hope this can continue for like ever. But I've been working from home, taking care of the little man. He turned 2. Oh my gosh, that happened. Yeah, so he turned 2, and that was crazy because I'm like, how did I get a 2-year-old? How did this happen? Like, when did this happen? But yeah, I have a 2-year-old, and then we found out I was pregnant. What? And well, that's not in order. Okay, so let me go in order here. So March, April, I started working from home, and then in May, my father actually passed away from pancreatic cancer, which was really, really tough on me, as you could imagine. Me and my dad were very, very close, and in his last days he decided to move to Texas with his the mother of my oldest brother. They were still very much close to each other, and he decided that he wanted to spend his last days with her, which was what made him the most happy. So I'm really happy that he did that and that he was able to have that. I'm gonna cry, but I'm not gonna cry. Like, that's not what this video is about. So he spent his last days there. I went to him and visited him in February, and we had planned on going in March too, but then everything happened with COVID, and unfortunately I was only able to go visit him once. And then I went a few days before he passed, and I got to say goodbye to him, and I plan on doing like a whole video on that separately, because if I go into it right now, I'm just gonna cry, and that's not what I want this video to be about right now. So he passed away. I got to be with him, and that was nice. I'm really grateful that I was able to be with him for that. And then in July, we found out that I was pregnant again. We had been trying, not trying. So basically, like, there would be months where we were like, yeah, let's do this. Let's have another one. And then there would be months where we were like, well, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't happen, don't worry about it. Like, we were not trying to stop it from happening. So when I found out I was pregnant, I was really excited, but also really nervous because we're like, can we do this? Like, can we do a second child? And, well, you know, obviously God has that in store for us, so, you know, we can handle it. But I am going to go ahead and use my whole, let's see here, my whole heart on this side as my base shade. And, ooh, I literally have not used these in so long. I'm like, what eyeshadow brush should I even start with? So, if I remember correctly, this is the base eyeshadow brush that I always use. It is a no-name brush. I just really like it. It works really well with my eyelid for a base eyeshadow brush, and I think it's probably the oldest brush I have. But so we found out I was pregnant, and that was pretty awesome. My husband was excited but terrified as well, and we were like, all right, well, let's do this. Gotta make the doctor's appointment and everything, and with COVID and everything, we went ahead and waited until I think it was 11 weeks to go into the doctors and get everything confirmed, just because we were like, you know, stay in the house and go when we have to type of thing. And I'm not gonna do anything crazy today. I just want to be clear with that with my eyeshadow. So I think what I'm gonna do, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna do Camelot in as like my transition shade, and then I'm going to do Told You on like my outer third, or maybe my inner third, I haven't really decided. And then It Just Does on either my inner third or outer third. I haven't decided which one I will do yet. And then use You're Not My Real Dad and B to kind of darken up my outer corner. I found out I was pregnant, and we waited till about 11 weeks to go to the doctor to confirm everything, because I was like, you know what, I don't want to go into the doctor's office, I don't want to go anywhere I don't have to go, so we'll just wait it out and wait as long as we can until we're ready to go in. And so we did that. I was originally told that Dad could come to any of the ultrasounds, and then when I got there, I was told, why is he here? You're not allowed any visitors. And I was like, well, I literally just asked about this and was told that he could come because this is our first visit with an ultrasound. And they said no. So that was frustrating, but understandable. Like, I get it. There's precautions that are going on that is for our safety, and I didn't want to argue with that because I get it. Like, they're trying to keep us safe. They're not doing this because they want to hurt our feelings or because they want us to not have good experiences with our pregnancies and having our children. It's because they're trying to keep us all safe, as well as themselves. People don't get into the healthcare industry to die. They get into the healthcare industry to help people. So they still want to, like, protect themselves. Like, I don't know if that's a hot take or something, but I would think that it's common sense. But these days, common sense isn't so common. Anywho, so we get in there, and my doctor gets the ultrasound ready, and literally the moment she touches my belly, I go, oh my God, it's twins. And she goes, I can't say that yet. And she's looking, and she goes, okay, there's 2 sacs. And I was like, yeah, I see them. And I'm like, okay, but is there a heartbeat? And she's like, okay, breathe. I'm looking. And so she finds the heartbeat for each of them. I started to cry and I just kept saying, oh my gosh, there's twins. That was a really wonderful experience. She was very excited too because, you know, you don't see twins that often. And she was like, what are you gonna do? And I was like, what do you mean? I'm having these twins, I guess. And she was like, your husband's gonna die. And I was like, oh, he totally is. Let's go tell him. He was waiting downstairs. So she gave me some pictures and she's like, how are you gonna tell him? I was like, I have no idea. I'll just wing it. We'll see what happens. So I'm walking and I'm like so excited. I can't keep it in. There's this older gentleman that was in the elevator with me and he was like, hi, how are you? And I was like, I'm good. I just found out I'm having twins. And he was like, oh, wow. Oh, that's so awesome. Congratulations. And then I was like, yeah, I have to go tell Dad right now. He's waiting in the car. And he was like, wait, you told me first? And I was like, yeah, I can't keep this in. And he was like, well, I feel so honored. And I was like, well, you should. And it was funny. It was a really nice little interaction. Then I go to my husband, I sit down in the car and he's like, so, we pregnant? And I was like, yep, we pregnant. And then I was like, did you want to see the ultrasound? And he was like, well, yeah, I want to see the ultrasound. So I was like, okay, here you go. There they are. And he was like, what? And I was like, do you see them? There they are. And he was like, wait, what? And I was like, there they are. Do you see them? And he kept saying, what? And I was like, do you see them? Look. And I kept pointing out the two. And he was like, is this yours? Like, are you joking with me? Did your doctor give me someone else's to joke with me? And I was like, no, because we've always talked about twins. Like, I've always wanted twins. And they run in my family, and I was a twin. He didn't make it, but I've always wanted twins, so we've joked and talked about twins multiple times. And they run on his side of the family too, so we're all just talking about twins, right? We never really thought the twins would happen to us though. And so he was like, oh my gosh, I need time to breathe. And I was like, go right ahead, you breathe all you want. And then he was excited, but still terrified. We still are terrified. Like, you're never ready for twins. No one's ever ready for twins. 2 babies at once. Like, you're never ready for another baby. But 2 at once? Oh, I can't even. Like, really excited, but really nervous. And we'll see how that all goes. You'll be on the journey with me, I suppose. But, yeah, we're having twins. Let's see, where were we? July. So, August, September, pretty quiet. All the normal stuff, working from home, being with the baby, and all that good stuff. So far, it looks like I kind of still know how to do my makeup. Oh, look at that. I did have a scare with bleeding, and I thought we were losing the babies, but found out that it's something that is fairly common with pregnancies in general. I think if I remember correctly, it was like 30% of pregnancies have this happen to them, and then like 40 or 50% of multiples pregnancies have this happen. And what it was a subchorionic hemorrhage, which sounds scary as heck. It was, but what it was is that I had pressure or buildup of blood, and it burst. So it looked like I had peed my pants, but it was blood, and it was terrifying. So went to the hospital, thought I was having a miscarriage or something, and at that point I believe I was 14, maybe 13 or 14 weeks if I remember correctly. Went to the hospital and they were like, we can't do that much at this point. You're still very early in your pregnancy. We can do an exam. And my mom told me, like, don't let them, if they're not going to do any kind of intervention, don't let them like touch you. It could irritate you further, and if you're like on the verge but not having a miscarriage, it can cause one. So I was like, okay, then they were like, we can just tell you if you're having a miscarriage or not. And I was like, well then don't touch me. No, I don't want a pelvic exam. I don't want anything. Like, I'll go home and hopefully, you know, nothing happens. I went home, everything was fine, thank God. Now we're doing good still. So then in October, my little man turned 2, and I still can't believe I have a 2-year-old. And then I'm gonna have twins. I'm gonna be a mother of 3 by like March. Like literally I have 14 weeks or less here. And then what else has happened? Oh, so then Thanksgiving, we did a little tiny like get together, very small, because you know we were still wanting to social distance. So we had our mothers and our his father come over, and whew, sorry, I just realized that, I just was reminded that my dad could not be invited to it. Okay, I'm gonna breathe. So we had my mom and his mom and dad for a little gender reveal, and we had our mothers open up gifts that one of my friends put together for me. And what I did was I had her put together little gifts with outfits that correspond to the gender. They opened those and we found out it was a boy and a girl. How exciting! I couldn't believe it. I have always thought I would have nothing but boys. For some reason, it was just always in my head that I would have nothing but boys. And when they said one of them was a girl, I was like, no, it's not. Like, no, it's not. I still feel like I'm not gonna completely believe that it's a girl until I have her. We've gotten some clothes for her, and I don't believe it. I don't fully believe it. Well, I think I still know how to do my eyeshadow. Look at this. It's coming out okay. This is the only eyeliner I can use for my eyes that does not irritate my eyes, and it's actually a liquid lipstick. I used to advertise and talk about this all the flipping time, but I don't plan on doing that anymore. I just don't want to support them more than I need to. Like, I'm still gonna buy this because it's literally the only eyeliner that does not irritate my eyes. I have very sensitive eyes when it comes to eyeliner, but I don't want to like advertise for it anymore. And I get really quiet when I'm doing my eyeliner. It's just like precise and I need to like focus. Anyone else like that? There we go. See, and this girl is like thicker than this girl. And she's also curled up a little more than this girl, so I'm gonna curl this girl up a little bit. No, it's curled like way up, and that's curled way up. I don't even know. Okay, so I'm gonna go with this is an okay wig for not doing my makeup for 6 months. Because, let me tell you, your girl will ruin it, like, quickly if I am given the chance. Alrighty guys, I am going to do the rest of my face off camera, and I'll be back in just a moment. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed watching me do it and you enjoyed chit-chatting with me. I had a good time talking with you guys, and I hope to see you soon. So, see you next time. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe before you go. Bye!